only ravaged Russia can ensure peace on NATO's eastern flank in the near future, a senior European defense official said, as Kiev's Western allies seek to recalibrate their wartime strategies after disappointing 2023. Russia needs to walk away with understanding that it has lost and will lose the next war. Kusti Salm, permanent secretary of Estonian Ministry of Defense, told Newsweek in an exclusive interview from Tallinn. Russian President Vladimir Putin appears determined to underestimate and outlast his Western foes. It's an approach that was successful the Kremlin's 2014 intervention in Ukraine, its intervention Syria, and its 2008 invasion of Georgia. Salm said the Russian leader should end his gamble in Ukraine. They are economically ruined. Outlasted them. Kept our industry on a basis. The technological advantage. Better education. Morale. Don't stand a chance. American soldiers are seen during the combined Resolve 19 training exercise at the Hohenfels training area in southern Germany on October 24, 2023. NATO is struggling to meet the challenges of a full-scale modern war in Eastern Europe. CHRISTOF STacheAFP via, they need to come away with the understanding that international law and the rules-based world works. That you can't bend it as you please. This is the only way to draw the line there so that this doesn't happen again. If one of these elements is not met, we will face another crisis in a few years. And not just from Russia. Because everyone is learning. Moscow has been forced to withdraw units from across the country to fill the manpower black hole that has developed in Ukraine. These include airborne and Spetsnaz units traditionally deployed along Estonia's borders and intended to spearhead any future NATO invasion of Russia. The attacks in Ukraine, where subunits of formations such as the 76th Guard Air Assault Division suffered up to 40% casualties, gave NATO's border countries a breather. But Salm and others have repeatedly warned that Russia's weakness at the border will not happen at all. We think it's 3 years before they have that opportunity. Salm said of Russia's military recovery timelines. Others are going for 5 years. We've also heard of 7 or 8 years. But the consensus is that they will be revived and they will come back. There is no one in the intelligence or defense community who would object to that. For Europe and NATO, this is very simple. Salm added, if Ukraine fails, it will be NATO's turn. Deterrence requires effort, much more investment, change in public opinion. In fact, continuing to support Ukraine has a very high return on investment. Despite growing concerns about Ukraine fatigue among allied political elites, Western public support for Ukraine remains resilient. As the 2024 elections approach in the United States, there is new pressure from ceasefire advocates and longtime Kremlin sympathizers to renew peace talks in Ukraine. 2. A majority still support